Hey guys, this is IrieStarcraft and I'm back to cast another game for you. This one is gonna be a 2 versus 2 on Scorched Haven, and it will be between EGStrifeCro, the yellow Zerg player, and EGAxslav, the purple Terran. Their opponents will be xSixAzide, the red Protoss, and Superninja, the pink Protoss. And definitely two very, very highly ranked teams. I'm sure everybody is familiar with XSixAzide and StrifeCro at this point. Now playing as Zerg and Terran, and lately I've always seen XSixAzide on Terran. So I guess he made a switch at some point. I'm not sure if he's still I think he plays Protoss still in ones, but I'm not so sure. I know that he plays Terran now with StrifeCro because every game that he is there usually on Zerg Terran. StrifeCro has always been Zerg, as far as I know, in 2s. And of course, Azide and Superninja, the dual Protoss team. The dual Protoss champions team. I love these guys so much. Anyway, so let's get to the game. It looks like StrifeCro will be going for a fast pull, a 10 pull. And XSixAzide, pretty standard timing there on the barracks. And we'll see where he opts to go from there. And as usual, on these maps where there is a shared sort of area here in the front, Azide and Superninja will be setting up a wall. And Superninja goes Forge first, Azide goes Gateway first, and this is something I'm pretty accustomed to seeing now, especially on this map. And Superninja will be throwing down a cannon right here in the middle. See, I'm learning. Cannon will go down right here. And another Gateway should provide a little bit more of a wall. And why did they ping there? I don't know what that ping is about. I've noticed that the last time they were playing on this map that I cast. And so, whoa, it looks like they are going to completely wall this off here. Usually sometimes I should say, they like to leave a little path here, or using a pylon to block, but instead the Cybernetics core will be used to block. And that will keep StrifeCro from really doing much of anything with these Zerglings. So all he's going to be able to do is sit here with them, as this cannon perfectly placed to deny any Zergling aggression from any corner of this little walling. And now the second pylon coming down, or the third pylon I should say, on the high ground here for Superninja. I'm just completely like entranced by this. You know, this is what Bubbles needed to do last game, man. I'm telling you. So XSixAzide will be using his Marine to start poking away at this Cybernetics core, and there's not much that they will be able to do about it. As now XSixAzide looks like what is he going to be building here? Superninja throwing some cannons down on Azide's side of the base, and now one cannon up on his side, so really cannoning up hardcore. At the same time, Twilight Council being hidden here by Azide, and there does not appear, there is a sneaky probe hiding up here, so keep that in mind. He will be able to get a proxy pylon very close. Now a bunker going down for XSixAzide. It looks like the SCV that was building that did get sniped down by this Stalker. And Azide somehow keeping the Stalker alive, sitting in front of this wall, completely exposed. And these two cannons up here have got to really be pissing off StrifeCro right now. He can't get his Zerglings up to this Stalker because of these cannons on the top. And now XSixAzide building a proxy factory. Man, these guys, this is just crazy, man. What is going on here? So we are pumping Marines, and we do have, okay, that Zergling scouting for any kind of shenanigans, but the probe is down here on the bottom. So the Stalker looks like he's just going to try and poke away at some Marines, get some free shots here. And where's he going to go with that? He's just going to go sit by the cannons. Another cannon coming down for Superninja. So Superninja is not even bothered with his gas yet. Meanwhile, there goes, where is the Dark Shrine? There's the Dark Shrine. It's nearing completion now. And so the DTs are about to get very, very interesting, as there is no detection here and no detection in sight for StrifeCro. All they're going to have to deal with the DTs, it looks like, is the scans. And we'll see if XSixAzide uses a mule, another mule. He could be in a bit of trouble here, as the pylon has gone down for Azide, but he is going to reveal his probe now. All these reinforcing units will see that there's a probe up here, and so now they will be, if they're smart, they'll be looking for that proxy pylon. Checking the expansions now is Azide, so he knows that it is going to be all in. There is no, well, relatively speaking, all in. The siege tank getting shot at here, and oh, it's barely going to survive. These cannons are just ripping up these units, and now with this, with the vision of this Overlord, StrifeCro will be able, excuse me, there to snipe out these two cannons. As you've noticed, the cannon's trying to focus the Overlord down, however, unable to do that. And now the siege tank will start to shell away at this, so I like this play by xSixAzide to do that. However, the DTs have arrived, and two of them are up inside of xSixAzide's base, forcing all the SCVs to run away. Another one of them down here is StrifeCro's base. So now the team on the right is not mining anymore, as there's two Dark Templars inside each main. And actually there is a fourth one now on the way. Another Dark Templar now coming out. The scan being used to deal with a single Dark Templar. Is he going to get the second one? He is going to get the second DT. But now an Overseer just now being morphed in for StrifeCro, so he will be able to deal with any Dark Templars up here on the front. And now the Overseer is morphed in the back before the hatchery, or the lair, excuse me, can get sniped down. So close right there. But now xSixAzide will be able to safely return his SCVs. And so the Dark Templars did halt the mining quite a bit. Look at all these cannons. Jesus Christ, Superninja. Talk about cannon happy. And he's just going to, it looks like, keep building more cannons here. We'll see. But trying to snipe down this pylon are these tanks. And really slowing down the production. As you can tell, we're those Dark Templars. Because no more tanks have been built for quite some time. And now morphing in Zealots, and what is EGStrifeCro switching to here? He's got more gateways now. How many gateways do we have? 5 gateways. And we are researching Zealot Charge. At the same time, Superninja has got this expansion going pretty well. And just continuing to throw cannons down to just stall this push as much as he possibly can. But now the wall is finally being shelled away. And Superninja, though, he does have some Void Rays up his sleeve. And he's chrono boosting those out as fast as he possibly can. Those are going to be huge. Desperately going to need those in this battle. The Forge, it looks like, is now going to go down. And is EGStrifeCro going to make an attack? No, he's going to move his Zealots back up in here because some Roaches managed to sneak their way up in this ramp, and a scan going off to kill the Dark Templar. But now another Dark Templar and a Stalker being morphed in right now. Warped in, excuse me. Probes being pulled off the line to trap the Roaches against the Zealots. A nice play right there from EGStrifeCro. Those Roaches are going to die so fast. Nice play. And I think that Superninja still has not revealed these Void Rays. He's chilling with them back here. He's got 3 of them waiting. And the tanks just continue to show away at this wall. So all the cannons now have gone down, except for one. The slow push. And a 3rd tank finally is out. Still no expansion for the team on the right. So if they can manage to hold off this attack somehow, Superninja and EGStrifeCro will be in pretty good shape. And the Void Rays, now 4 Void Rays, 5 Void Rays. Oh, this is going to be so sweet. These Void Rays are just going to wreck this army. There's not enough Marines here. And that was part of the plan, is to hide these Void Rays as long as possible. Now the Void Rays and the Zealots are going to come charging in. This attack looks like it's going to get cleaned up fairly easily. Roaches running in here for StrifeCro and seeing these Void Rays and just going, holy shit, this is not going to happen right now. Trying desperately to run away. I don't think they're going to be able to get away. The Zealots chasing them all over the place. Void Rays cleaning up all these buildings. And so a nice hold there from the Dual Protoss team. I guess they're just going to leave this factory and go try and end this. As you see, Superninja will be sending 6 Void Rays around the back of StrifeCro's base, and he just has nothing to deal with this. The infestation pit just now being thrown down. And oh no, there are no Spore Crawlers, not even a Queen back here. Here's the Queen. Oh man, StrifeCro's base is in huge trouble. Meanwhile, EGStrifeCro looks like he's going to try and contain xSixAzide with all these Marines so that the Marines cannot get into the Void Rays. Superninja continuing to pump those Void Rays. And it looks like an Overseer did get in here to try and do some contaminate, but man, there are already so many voids on the field. There goes the lair so fast. And if they decide to attack at the same time, this game could be over here. We'll see. There are enough Marines to make it interesting if the Marines can get in good position underneath the voids. But there's really becoming a critical mass of voids at this point. And it looks like not even trying to make any Vikings. One medevac is on the way out for EGAxslav. And really no sort of harass has gone on here. The expansion now being thrown down by EGAxslav. EGAxslav pulling his army back, I guess, to kill this factory. An interesting play there. I think if they had gone all in with that attack, it could be over right now. Looks like he's just going to go ahead and take out that factory and then run his way back here. As now these void rays, I guess they're just checking for an expansion down here? Because this is just so many void rays, I just feel like it could steamroll this whole army. So we'll see when and if they try and make that happen. Superninja also taking this chance to grab an expansion. And he may actually be sending his void rays all the way around the top here to come in the back of EGAxslav's base, but he's not even building any Vikings, and the amount of Marines coming out is dismal. Now a DT making his way up the ramp. I think I did see a missile turret down here inside the base, but there's nothing to fight with, so a bunch of SCVs may die here before EGAxslav can do anything about it. And just not looking good for the team on the right. This is what's not looking good for the team on the right. 1,000,000 void rays. So I'm actually even surprised that EGAxslav and EGStrifeCro have not left this game yet. We will see. The starport goes down in about 2 seconds now. These Marines want to try and stim up and get underneath the void rays. It's the only chance they have. But Superninja using this ledge here, always something you have to do with void rays. You want to try and use the high ground, low ground position. As I heard a changeling, that is such a disturbing sound. I don't know why. So disturbing. But man, I just these void rays. It's time to end this, Superninja. Make it happen. Just sit here on the edge, and he's just gonna sit here and harass this group of Marines. But the thing is, this mass of Marines will get bigger and bigger the longer he waits. So I'm not sure what EGAxslav is doing. Meanwhile, he's got all his army sitting back here defensively. EGStrifeCro's base has been killed, so there's really no reason to leave your whole army back here. And it almost feels like they're just toying with Team Evil Genius at this point. But nonetheless, here comes EGAxslav with his army, and that may be just about it. I think he may want to try and get a Psystorm off. No, does he even have? He does have Psystorm. He wants to melt some Marines, and it's going to happen pretty soon here. So apparently I am getting texted at the end of this game as Guardian Shield has gone up. Look at all the borders. Psystorm going up on the Marines, and that is going to be all she wrote. So it did drag on a little bit at the end there, but that was a pretty sweet game. Obviously well played by the #1 dual Protoss team in the land. And just all you hear about is how you don't want to build too many cannons all the time. Meanwhile, Superninja builds literally like 20 cannons. He has 2 up here, 1 here to start, 2 up here, and then like 8 more back here. And all that was doing was just buying time, until he could get some voids out and EGAxslav could get those DTs going. And really those Dark Templars were huge because they slowed down the production of those tanks immensely. And it's just the fault of Team EG. I mean, you gotta, if you're the team doing this push, you gotta know the only thing that's gonna screw you over is Dark Templars. So you gotta be ready for it. They weren't ready for it. And so either way, a pretty exciting game there. Thank you, EGAxslav, for saving me this game. It was a pleasure to cast. This is IrieStarcraft. That's going to do it for me. So peace out.